Today's topic is how to be productive. It's coming that time of the semester. We have about 2 weeks of classes left, and so everyone has a lot of projects and papers and assignments to complete. So I'm going to give you little tips that work for me on trying to be more productive, more efficient, and getting a lot done without overwhelming yourself. The first thing that I can think of is try to limit distractions. And by that I mean anything that takes you away from what you should be doing. For most people, I think this is probably Facebook. And so the way it works for me is instead of trying to eliminate it completely by not doing it at all, just limit it time-wise. So say, do you tell yourself, today I'm only going to spend 15 minutes on Facebook instead of 3 hours. If you can make it smaller amounts of time, then that way you're not going to end up blowing hours on something. It could be anything like watching TV, it could be I don't know, reading comic books. It could be anything that gets in the way of what you actually should accomplish. The next thing I think that helps is to make goals and make a list of what you can do. Think of like all the different assignments you have to do, meetings you have to go to, all the different things that you need. If you can get it out in a tangible form, so it's out on paper or on your computer, you can actually see what you have to do. And a lot of times you realize it's not as bad as you think. But you have that list, and also I'd say the same time thing kind of goes into play here. If you make it smaller increments, say instead of like telling yourself I'm going to spend the next 3 hours working on this assignment, why don't you say I'll spend half an hour working on this assignment, then I'll move on to something else, then I'll do this, I'll do that, and that way you're not going to get distracted. A lot of people lose focus after a few minutes of doing something. So maybe if you only give yourself a small increment of time that you're going to work on something, you're more likely to actually get that done in a short amount of time. Next thing that I think is really important to being productive and efficient is make sure you leave enough time for fun. Because I know for me, especially I think probably freshman year of college, I learned that if you spend all your time doing homework, you're going to end up hating life. It's just going to be a drag. You're not going to want to get up in the morning because you know it's just going to be more work. Make sure you leave something fun in. Try to do something every day that you enjoy. If it's running, or if it's maybe like watching a program on TV, or if it's reading a book or something, leave a little bit of time. That doesn't mean like spend half your day doing something fun and then only do one assignment a day. But just leave something in there as kind of an incentive to get through. If I can finish these 3 assignments, then I can do X, Y, and Z. So maybe these tips will help you. Hopefully they will. I know they work for me. But guess we'll see if we can be productive these next couple of weeks. And I will see you soon. Take care.